Hello, Stokes County 4-H. If you are a new viewer here, feel free to comment and say hello. We're going to do a very simple lesson today. I'm going to read this story. Sorry, I'm a little backwards here. We're going to read this story, and then I've got a quick activity that we're going to do afterwards. Let me get my things. Hello. Oh, let me turn my sound down so you don't have to listen to that. All right. So while we are having folks join us, feel free to share this video. I am going to share the link to a Google Drive so you can access that. So I have put in a link for a Google Drive where you can, and I have pinned the comment, so you can click on the link afterwards, but I did send this out yesterday, so you could be a little prepared, but if not, that's okay. You can do it after the video. This video will save, so you can go back and rewatch it. But today we're going to be using the Right This Very Minute map, a clock like this, and some pictures, and then the clock hands. So, all right, so we've got some 3 viewers. Say hello. If you don't mind putting the youth's name and age in the comment, I would greatly appreciate that. Parents, you can put your name in there as well. You don't have to share your age. So I am Taylor Furr. I'm the Stokes County 4-H agent, and we're trying some new things while we're practicing the social distancing thing. So we're going to try and do some videos here and there and see how it goes. I'm excited. Welcome to 2020 when we have to use our technology, right? All right, so if you will comment your name and age, the youth name and age, that would be great. And you can just do the first name. You don't have to do the last name. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and get started so we're not on here all morning. I don't want to keep you guys long because I know you guys have some schoolwork to do. But we're going to read this story, and then we are going to do a quick activity. Again, I've pinned a comment to our Google Drive, so feel free to access that at any point. So before I begin reading, I want to ask you guys a question. So what do we think, hello everybody, what do we think farmers are doing right this very minute? So this is kind of a good time to be sharing this lesson because, as I said, a lot of people are practicing social distancing, and they are, some businesses are closing or have limited hours. But what do we think farmers are doing right now? Right now, as we are speaking, what do we think farmers across the world are doing? We're going to focus on just the United States here in a little bit, but what do we think they are doing right now? So share that comment in the, share your answer in the comment if you would. And again, feel free to share this video as well, which I think I'm going to share it real quick while I can. All right, so what do we think farmers are doing right this very minute? And I know there's a little delay in the comments and from whenever I'm asking, so it may take a minute, but Hello. All right, so let's go ahead and start reading. Sorry, this is backwards. I have to figure out my direction. All right, so right this very minute, a Table to Farm book about food and farming. And it is by, I'm not going to say these names correctly, so forgive me, by Liesl H. Dettelfazen, and art by Renee Carilla, maybe? I probably butchered those, but it's all right. All right. Yes, so feel free to open up that Google Drive I have pinned in the comments. All right, so this is going to be getting it. This is like backwards, so got to get used to it. All right, so for my sister April, who feeds mines every day, and that's what Liesl H. Dettelfazen has said. And then for the farmers who work so hard to feed us all, thank you. And that's by Renee Curella. All right, let's get going. Okay, sorry. I'm going to read it and then I'll show you the pictures. What's that you say? You're hungry for breakfast? Right this very minute? Then you need a farmer. You have the stories of so many right here on your table. Right this very minute, in a citrus grove, a grower tests oranges for ripeness. When the fruit is ready, the harvesting crew will pick the oranges, which will be squeezed into the juice you drink in the morning. I had some orange juice this morning. Right this very minute, in a new field on a wheat farm, a farmer drills furrows, the perfect depth for seeds. Your pancakes were made with wheat that was grown, harvested, and then ground into flour. Right this very minute, in a sugar bush filled with maple trees, a sugar maker replaces old collection buckets with a new tubing system to carry maple sap to a storage tank. The sap will be boiled down in evaporators until it becomes thick and sweet like the maple syrup you've poured on your pancakes. Did anybody have pancakes this morning? I wish I had some pancakes this morning. What's that you say? You'd like a snack? Right this very minute? Then you need a farmer. You have the knowledge of so many right here in your hands. Right this very minute, as the sun sets on a cranberry marsh, a grower starts protecting the crop from frost. The grower will be up all night checking the sprinklers that keep the plants from freezing, all so cranberries can become part of your trail mix. Right this very minute, on a southern farm, a peanut farmer installs soil sensors to make sure the fields aren't too wet or too dry. The sensors help the farmer decide when and how much to water these sensitive plants. What's that you say? It's time for lunch? Right this very minute? Then you need a farmer. You have the hard work of so many right here in your lunchbox. Right this very minute, a dairy farmer tends the cows. The cheese in your sandwich was made with milk from cows that must be milked at least twice every day, whether it's a weekday, a Saturday, a birthday, or a holiday. Right this very minute, farmers till and test the soil for nutrients to make sure it's healthy before planting seeds that will grow into long, crunchy carrots. Yum. Give me some likes if you like cheese or carrots. Give me some likes if you like cheese or carrots. Right this very minute, an apple grower works with a beekeeper to bring beehives into an orchard. Hundreds of thousands of honeybees will pollinate the pale pink blossoms, helping each tree to grow many bushels of apples for you to enjoy. There we go. I see some likes. You guys feel free to share this video, and if there are any youth watching this video, please comment their first name and age. I greatly appreciate that. What's that you say? You're ready for dinner? Right this very minute? Then you need a farmer. You have the pride of so many right here on your plate. Right this very minute, a cattle rancher moves the herd to a wide pasture to graze. She cares for the cows and welcomes their calves into the world. When the calves are old enough, they will move to new pastures or feed yards before they are harvested for the beef that will be made into hamburgers. Right this very minute, a farmer plans a crop rotation schedule to keep the soil healthy and grow more of the very best vegetables, like the potato you've topped with broccoli and cheese. Hey, Parker. Right this very minute, some farmers prepare produce for delivery to grocery stores and others box it up to sell at local farmers markets. Before lettuce and tomatoes ever get tossed in a salad or put on top of a hamburger, they must travel from the farm to hungry customers. What's that saying? Excuse me. What's that you say? You'd like dessert? Right this very minute? Then you need a farmer and sometimes a whole farming family. You have the dedication of so many right here on your fork. Oops, dropping the book. Right this very minute, a grower checks the weather forecast in a family-owned strawberry patch while workers help hundreds of visitors pick their own strawberries. Right this very minute, a family checks their backyard coop to make sure the chickens have enough feed and fresh water. Then they collect eggs to get made into food like the shortcake in your bowl. What's that you say? You want to grow your own food right this very minute? Then you need to think like a farmer. You can help plant a garden right here in your community. Right this very minute, you and your friends, family, and neighbors can work together to choose which crops to grow in your gardens. In a few months, you will enjoy healthy snacks and meals made with the fruits and vegetables you harvest yourselves. Give me some likes if you have your own garden. If you have your own garden, give me some likes. Every single day of every year, farmers tend to their crops, care for their animals, and work hard to feed their families and yours. Next time you eat your breakfast, snack, lunch, dinner, or dessert, remember that somewhere, right this very minute, there's a farmer to thank for your delicious food. And if, excuse me, and if someday you decide to become a farmer, right that very minute, you'll be doing your part to feed the world too. How awesome. Comment below, thank you farmers for all that they do. Thank you farmers, right? All right. Very nice. That's the end of our story right this very minute. So, like I said, in the Google link that I have pinned in the comments, you will find some documents that we are going to work on today. And it, like I said, it shouldn't take too awful long. And I'm not going to do the full lesson right here, but just part of it just so you get the gist of what to do. So, before we get into the lesson, let's talk about what foods do we regularly eat, let's say for lunch. Like, so if you are typically at school, or even if you're a homeschooler, what is something that you would typically eat for lunch? So give me a comment below of something that you would typically eat for lunch. So, for example, my lunch kind of changes daily, but typically I will eat something like a sandwich, like a chicken salad sandwich. That sounds good. So comment what you would like, what's something you would like to eat at lunch, or something that you would typically eat for lunch. Okay, and then once you do that, think about what's something, all right, so we've got sandwiches, good. So what is something that you may eat for breakfast? So this morning I was not very good, and I drove through Bojangles and got me a Bojangles biscuit, but every other day this week I've had a bagel and cream cheese. I just was not feeling it this morning. So comment below what you would like to eat, what's like one of your favorite breakfast foods. And then think about where it may come from. So like I said, sandwich, banana, strawberries, and chips. Yum. Okay, so what is on that sandwich you eat? So bread is wheat and flour, right? So that comes from a wheat field. So let's say you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So your peanut butter comes from peanuts, right? And your jelly comes from grapes. That sounds really good right now. Where do your chips come from? All right. So, like I said, we are gonna do this. Gotta get used to this backwardness. We're gonna do this lesson of like different foods we eat and where they're grown, and across the U.S., and different ways we could eat those foods. So, if you have prepared and got these sheets ready ahead of time, you'll pull out the clock worksheet, and then there should be a worksheet that has 16 little pictures, and then your clock hands. So you'll get those. And then there's a map in that folder, that Google Drive folder, that shows you where all these foods are grown across the U.S. So we're going to keep our map to the side. We're going to keep an eye on that. So I did already mention that I have already started mine, just to give you an example of what we're going to do. If you have like a little brass pin that you want to put in the middle right there, you're more than welcome to. I could not find one this morning, so I just glued my hands on to the clock, and I did it for 10 o'clock because that's what time our video started. So I've got eggs. I've cut out eggs, cranberries and beef cattle. So what you're going to do is you're going to take from your 16 pictures, you're going to choose 12 of them. All right. So you're going to cut out 12 pictures. Okay. And once you cut out those 12 and then cut out your clock arms, you're going to place those clock arms on the clock. And like I said, I glued mine on there, but if you have like a brass pin that, you know, you can put it in there and turn the hands, that's perfectly fine too. So once you have your 12 pictures cut out, you're going to put, sorry y'all, you're going to put those pictures in the first box, the box that's closest to the clock. All right. So let's just talk about eggs for a minute. So I chose eggs as one of my pictures, and I'm going to look at my map right here, and I'm going to find the picture of eggs across the United States, and I'm going to we're going to name 3 states where eggs are produced, okay? So I chose California, Iowa, and Georgia. So if you look at your map, Georgia, Iowa, and California all have a picture of eggs. So that is where eggs are, an example of where eggs are produced. All right, so that goes, your 3 states that you find where those foods are produced, you're going to put in the box above the picture or beside it, whichever direction you're working on. Okay, and then once you have your 3 states picked out, you're going to work on the third box. In that third box, we're going to think about ways that we use these foods. So, for example, so different ways that you eat or enjoy these foods. So for eggs, I love eggs scrambled. So I put scrambled eggs as one of my choices. I chose 3 different options. You can put as many in there as you want. I know these boxes are a little small, so you may have to write it on a separate sheet or abbreviate, however, you know, you feel most comfortable. So eggs, I like them scrambled. I use eggs in, like if I'm making a cake. And I like egg sandwiches. Yummy. All right. So once you comment below which, name one food or one thing that you've picked out from your pictures. Comment that below. Yes, and cake, yum. Comment that food below, that product below, and name one way you would use that product. While you're doing that, I'm going to talk about my next one. So the next one I chose was cranberries. I love cranberries. So cranberries are found in Washington State, Oregon, and Wisconsin. I always had it in Wisconsin. Okay. 3 ways you can find cranberries. So you can find them in trail mixes, which our book mentioned, right? Like as craisins, and in salads. You can put cranberries in punches. So a lot of times if I make a punch, I like to use frozen cranberries. And then I love cranberry juice. And you can even find juices like cran grape or cran apple juices. They're really good too. So that's the example of the cranberries. And then the last one I chose was beef cattle. All right. So beef cattle, they are produced in South Dakota, Kansas, and Wyoming, just to name a few. Again, we're only choosing 3 states. And different ways I like to eat beef would be in tacos, spaghetti, and burgers. This is making me hungry. Are you guys hungry yet? All right, so let's do like one or two together, and then that will wrap up our short little lesson. Again, I have linked the comment, or I have pinned the comment of our Google link, in, so you can click on that, and that has the copy of the lesson, so you can find the full lesson there. You can find the other activities there as well. So it's talking about like processed foods and how these products can make processed foods and such. So again, we're just going to do a couple more together, and then we're going to leave it for you guys to do on your own. And again, oh, and there is also a YouTube video in that Google Drive folder that you can use. It is North Carolina Farm Bureau Ag in the Classroom. They are reading the book through YouTube, a YouTube video. So if you don't have the book, that's an option. Or you can just go rewatch this video, right? And listen to my beautiful voice. All right, so I chose carrots, okay? So I'm gonna look on my handy dandy map right here, and let's see where carrots are grown or produced. So I see Texas, I see California, and I see Michigan. All right, so I'm going to glue my picture of carrots on my clock. And I said carrots are grown in Texas, California, and Michigan. Okay, see where I did that? And you can do this anywhere on your clock. It does not have to be right at 7 o'clock. All right, let's think about some ways we can eat carrots, or different ways that where we might see carrots. So I like raw carrots with like hummus or ranch. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Very good. All right. I like carrots on a salad. And let's see what else. I'm not a big fan of cooked carrots, but that is another way you can you can eat them, like cooked, like within a roast. I know a lot of people put potatoes and carrots with their roast. All right. Now the next one I want to do is corn. I love corn. Love corn. I'm going to put that right there at 6 o'clock. All right. Right here. And corn. We've got corn that's grown in Nebraska. We've got corn in Tennessee, right next door to us. And corn in Illinois. All right. Okay. And 3 ways I like corn. So I like corn on the cob as it is. Yum. Oops. Can't spell today. I like corn in soups. And I like corn and cornbread. Who likes cornbread? Yum. All right. I'm going to choose one that, oh, goodness. That is in North Carolina. We have not talked about North Carolina. And this will be the last one. All right. So the next one I'm choosing would be strawberries. Strawberries are produced in North Carolina. I'm going to put strawberries at the 11 o'clock mark. All right, and again, strawberries are grown in North Carolina. They are produced in Florida. I've recently been to Florida and tried their strawberries, and they are very yummy. And it looks like California, Oregon, and Washington again, so I'm going to just put Oregon. All right, 3 ways I like to eat strawberries. I like to eat them raw, right out of the container. I like strawberry jam. Who on here likes strawberry jam? And another way I like to eat strawberries is in yogurt. All right, so those are just some examples of ways that you can think about how you're eating these products or different ways you're eating them. And again, you're just going to fill in the whole clock. You're going to figure out from using your map where these products are produced, and then again, writing those different ways of where they are, of different ways that you can eat them, or that you see others eating them if you don't eat that particular food. So I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Again, please feel free to share this with anybody that you see may enjoy it, and be on the lookout as we continue to try this new way of learning. And if you have any ideas or suggestions of things you would like to see, please feel free to let me know. All right, y'all. Happy Friday and have a wonderful weekend. And as always, continue practicing continue practicing staying clean and washing those hands and social distancing. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.